So basically, the article was titled "Political Suicide: Inheritance Tax Has Growing Support" from this research done over in SA. So they interviewed a whole bunch of young Australians, young adult Australians, and senior Australians, and asked them what they thought about reintroducing taxes on inheritance. And 2/3 of them said, "Yep, good to go. If it helps the economy and helps the country, tax our inheritance, no worries." So they're kind of insinuating towards the changing views that we're not going to have to rely on inheritance from our parents because we should be taking care of ourselves and our parents should be able to spend their money and do whatever they want with it. But if it gets taxed, so be it. So looking at it, so this is Dr. Coram, was the doctor, believes that the tax would not only help close the gap inequality, but also raise revenue and close the forecasted federal budget deficit of $106 billion and could be as big as $1 trillion by 2025. So looking at ways to how to recoup some of the money that's been spent.
Surely we can do better than that. I mean, the last thing you want with a death certificate is a tax bill. I get where they're coming from, but just... having gone through that, look, there might be merit to it.
I actually don't mind it. It's only on estates at the moment. The survey was if the estate was valued at more than $3 million,
that's okay.
Then it should be taxed.
Yeah, I think it's got merit. I've read stuff on this, and the example I'll give you is you've got someone that's earning $40,000 a year or $45,000, $50,000 a year, which is pretty low end these days, but it might be someone that only has the skill set to earn that money. Why are we taxing that person and taking, $200 a week off them?
$4,000 out of 40 grand.
Yeah. Whereas you could have a couple in their 30s who have $5 million handed down from someone who's passed away. Now, talk about inequality. And so you're not necessarily taxing the person that's passed away. You're taxing the person that's got the people that have the windfall. So, I get that, we can't continue to tax the wealthy, but I think it's got merit as long as there's, there's set numbers in there, whether it's 2 mil, 3 mil, whatever it is. So, it's obvious that whoever's getting that money doesn't need that amount of cash. And when you compare it to someone who's, working their bum off trying to earn $50,000 a year and the government's taking $200 a week of that, it's a huge discrepancy. And we all know that the super environment and there's so many vehicles that the wealthy use to continue to generate wealth and generate wealth end on end. And
bring out your dead. I mean, the thing is, I look at it from a different perspective, of course, but I go, these people have worked really hard to get to that level of inheritance. I mean, maybe it's just a fundamental flaw in my thinking, but I go, they've worked their backsides off to get that $5 million to that couple, and good on them. I think just good on them. But I just think there might be better ways. But I like the argument.
The shift in generational wealth, though, if like the top 10% of the wealthy in the country keep hold of that money and keep passing it down, then maybe this is a way to shift that wealth a little bit.
And it probably won't shift it. But
not material anyway.
No, if it saves a problem, if it solves a problem, a short-term problem anyway with the deficit. And
stop taxing people that earn 40 grand. Just give them the 40, for God's sake.